Folks, privacy coins like Monero might be or already are in serious trouble, coming under attack by all sides. We heard last week that the EU was going to ban them by 2027, but now the French government was like, that's not fast enough. So they decided to take action, banning it starting right now. So the French government bans privacy platforms and coins, not only coins like the EU, but the platforms as well. So the French government has announced a ban on privacy digital assets and crypto exchanges. So, non-KYC AML, dead. The government is aiming to align with Financial Action Task Force guidelines, which recommend strict oversight of digital assets that cannot be traced. So there's not going to be too much oversight for assets like Bitcoin that can be traced, but assets that can't be traced like Monero, no siree, no good. We will shoot first and ask questions later. Chainalysis reports reveal the ease of using digital assets for illegal activities. So obviously they want to shut down the tax evasion, which is what most countries' governments are concerned about. So not 2027 now if you're in France. And I do believe that other countries are going to follow along, not the EU as a whole, because they've already agreed to in 2027, but I think each individual country might do so this year or next year. So if you're using privacy coins in Europe, not going to be good. And I think the US sooner or later will follow along. Now, if you're holding Monero, I probably wouldn't, first of all, because you might be put on a blacklist, and that would be worse than just about losing some money. But if you're holding Monero, just your monetary share might actually go down because the liquidity is going to seriously cave at this point, if there's any liquidity left. I think as governments add pressure, most, if not all, these exchanges will actually fold in taking Monero off their exchanges. So although Monero is still on some tier 1 and tier 2 exchanges, I don't actually think it's going to last for more than a year or two. So unless you are seriously idealistic and want to hold the ethos of crypto, I think there are better coins to invest in. According to the report, the recent move by France is aimed at removing all concerns surrounding the tokens and platforms. In addition, the French government is making moves to align more closely with the Financial Action Task Force guidelines, which recommend strict oversight of digital assets that cannot be traced. Lawmakers in France have argued that total anonymity in crypto transactions poses a big risk in fighting illicit finance, tax evasion, and cybercrime. The ban also places France among some of the most restrictive EU jurisdictions regarding privacy-enhancing crypto technologies, potentially opening a path for other EU countries to adopt a similar approach before the bloc finalizes its MiCA regulatory framework. So basically, like with France joining the US and other countries with a ban on the Tornado Cash mixing platform, there could be a wider international crackdown on the platforms. So all this stuff is not aimed at killing crypto, but it's aimed at killing the privacy aspect of crypto, which was one of the main idealistic centerpieces of crypto. So they're kind of taking the heart out now. For most investors, this might not actually matter, but if you're a crypto purist, this matters a lot and you are probably not happy, but this is probably going to happen anyways. You can still keep on using Monero if you want, but just, be sure to know that at some point in the future, you might not be able to cash out that Monero anywhere. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.